Welcome to the Greenlight Gambling Show. It is playoff time, and I am psyched, bro. This is a legit beer drinking weekend. Stanford Steve here. You gonna drink some beer?
Absolutely.
Oh,
what else is there to do on the weekend?
Well, there's other like family engagements and stuff.
Yeah, that's in the morning.
But gambling,
take care of that in the morning.
Yeah, take care of that in the morning. And then also there's some gambling. So we got the Greenlight Gambling Show, which I've really enjoyed. Powered by BetAmerica, who provides us with all the lines. And make sure you go to BetAmerica.com to download the BetAmerica app, and you can check out my game picks if you want at your own risk in 2020. Haven't been great. You can bet on my long shots. There's a lot going on BetAmerica. Thrilled to be involved with them. Steve, my guy, how was your trip to the desert? We haven't talked since then.
Yeah, incredible game, Chris. The Ohio State Clemson game, obviously, we were talking about. It's been a long time since I was on the field for a college football game where I was able to just take in and see the physicality, man. Ohio State, I'm not sure the better team won, just the way Ohio State just brought it to Clemson. But on the flip side, Trevor Lawrence showed me so much getting up off the deck.
Oh, my God, dude.
Time after time, man. He was incredible. And then, of course, you get the whole internet that, SEC bias or ACC bias, with ESPN. So that was always fun. Van Pelt's having a ton of fun arguing with people like that. So
has he been fighting people?
Oh, it's been real this week. Yeah. So if you're bored, take a look at it. You love that stuff. I know
do.
that.
I love to spectate Twitter beefs. So I'll be looking. That game was so physical. You could just feel it through the TV.
Yeah, it was nuts, man. Like guys, earlier in the year, you see guys, take them tap out a little bit. You defensive guys that can't play a whole game. You'll tap out. It's hot. Sometimes your motor's not ready. But this was just because guys and when getting knocked out of guys.
Right.
Hey, I need a snap here.
Right.
So it was really Dobbins going out with the ankle. That was unfortunate. But both teams, blow for blow responded, and it obviously went down to the wire.
And I needed that game, by the way, that Clemson game. I needed it a little bit, not too much. I needed it. It was a rebound game for me. Got me back to even on the day. So I was excited about that game, and good for the ACC. But I will say this: when you are, listen, I'm all about player pay, and we don't have to go down that road. But don't tell me these games don't mean anything to these kids. Like. Oh. These kids are playing their fucking asses off, and
absolutely,
and hats off to all those kids. Whether it was the Fiesta Bowl or the Rose Bowl, there were just some real epic battles the last 10 days in college football. So fun, and this is my first time ever being able to do it sitting on my ass and not playing. So this is awesome. Let's get right in the NFL though.
Yep.
I'm feeling really good about my picks this weekend, which is a bad thing.
Yeah, it is. I'll just leave it right there.
Maybe I'm just feeling so good about it because I love wildcard weekend. Always have.
See, this is the ones that I always go back, and there's two things with the next 2 weekends in the NFL that I've always thought about. And if you could find it, you have success doing it. Where's the blowout? There's one blowout every year. Both of these weekends. Which is it? And I always feel like next weekend is tougher to handicap, because you don't know how those 1 and 2 seeds are going to come out. Whether a lot of teams are better off coming in hot. You talk about that, with baseball, your other favorite sport where teams are hot, and hockey, the same thing. So there's always that fine line of who's, like the 49ers, I think they needed a bye week more than anybody in the sport. Right. Whereas I think the Ravens could have just played right on through.
They were probably better off playing through. They were probably better off playing through.
That's for next week. This weekend is always worrisome. I just, home field, I think, gets a little overrated in this round. The teams are that even. And, look at last week, what decided. We had the last second of the last game of the last weekend decide who ended up getting home field in the NFC. So there's a lot going on. But if you're feeling great, man, I'm listening.
Well, hey, to review on the year real quick before we do it, because I have to do this contractually with the good people at BetAmerica.
I thought we were going to split it up NFL and college, no?
Okay, well, no, here's the deal. And it's not that there's a winner or loser here because we never figured out what we were betting. So college this week, I was 2-1. In the pros, I was 1-2. Overall, I'm 35-25. For Steve, he was 2-1 in college. Pro 0-3. It's just been a thorn in your fucking side. And then
Thanks, Russell Wilson.
Overall, 26-33-1. Is it Russell Wilson or was it the coaching staff?
Man, how is that getting overblown? And that's actually what I wanted to talk to you about when we get to the Eagles Seahawks game.
Yeah.
I had a question.
Well, let's start with that. We'll start with that one. I'll give you my first pick because it's my most confident pick. The Birds are hosting a home playoff game. So I know exactly what I'm going to pick, right? The under. I am all over the under. I can't pick it. I'd love to be a homer and just be like the Eagles. I don't know who's going to win. I think the Eagles can pull this off completely. Like completely realistic that they do. But if I had to pick an over-under or a winner, I'm picking the under because the Eagles defense, and the first game was 17-9, by the way. And the number right now is around 46-47, okay?
Yep.
So the first game they played, it was 17-9. Now, Russell missed 2 big throws.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. So it could have gotten a lot uglier. It also could have been higher scoring. But even with those 2 throws, the total was 40 if he hits those. The Eagles defense, 10 points better per game at home, 100 yards better per game at home defensively. They're number 1 in the league in rush defense at home. They're top 5 in third down defense. The link is going to be rocking. Now, I don't know if Carson has enough people to throw to. The first time they played the Seahawks, they threw to Ertz 14 times.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably not going to play with the kidney. With the kidney, with the just standard lacerated kidney. Now, the right side of the line was messed up the first time for the Eagles in Brooks and Lane. It looks like it's going to be that way again. But the difference is Clowney's back. So all the differences, including the Seahawks being able to run the ball the way they did, including that long penny run and whatnot, that's all changed and shifted to the defensive side. I'm taking the under, man. I feel good about this one.
All right. I disagree. I'm going with the over. I love both quarterbacks. I feel like are the best players on the field for each side. I think they have to throw the ball in order to win. I don't think Seattle has a prayer of running the ball, and I'm not going against Russell Wilson and Carson Wentz. I think is going to feel a lot of enthusiasm from that crowd. I'm sure that'll be great. So it's the NFL, man. The pass interference rule with how many times these two teams are going to be throwing the ball scares the heck out of me. So I'm going to go over.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, you have a compelling case, and I'm not going to be swayed. I really like where I'm at, and this is hilarious that we are two totally different sides of this. But
good.
I always feel good if I'm on the opposite side of you on a pro standpoint, and I feel bad on the college stuff. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be rocking though. They can definitely win this game. If I had to take one team, I'm taking the Eagles, but I like the under.
The worst thing about this is we have to watch the winner of this game play again next week. I'm so tired of these two teams, and I get it. They got their playoff bonuses. More credit to them, but I just don't think these teams deserve to be in the playoffs. That's all.
Wow. I mean, I would say that over a season, the Seahawks have done more than the Eagles, but it's who do you like? Who would you rather see out of that division in the NFC East? You'd rather see nobody.
Yeah.
Now listen,
but the Niners are dying for the Eagles to win because they don't want to see Russell Wilson again.
Well, for sure, but who'd the Eagles beat this year? The Eagles beat the Packers up there, who I don't think the Packers are that good. They also beat the shit out of the Bills. I mean, this is a team that could get hot. Another thing is, do I see them beating San Francisco? No. But if they win this game, they might get Deshaun back for whatever that's worth. They could get Ertz back. They could get Lane back. So this is the big one for them. We keep saying that. If they get over the hump here, then they see New York, and then they got to beat them. It's been a playoff for them for weeks. So that's what a big deal is like in the NFL. If you've been playing playoff games for weeks, to your point, a lot of times like the 1 seed, they get fat and happy. They've been comfortable for a couple weeks, and then and then they don't know how to play in an actual playoff game. The Eagles have been doing this for a while.
Do you trust these two head coaches more than Sean Payton?
I trust Sean Payton No, I trust Sean Payton. Sean Payton is a genius offensively.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But listen, I trust Doug more than I trust Pete.
Yep. Agree.
I think.
But you're biased there. You were in.
No, I am. But
yeah.
Doug has delivered 3 or 4 years. Since there's a stat here. This is good test for my brain here. There's been like 90 head coaches with no head coaching experience in the NFL since 2000 or something. So I'm butchering it. So now to make the playoffs, the first, what was it? 4 years, 3 or 4 years. There's only been 8 that have done what Doug's done in his first head coaching opportunity out of like 90. So he's 3 out of 4 years. He's delivered. He has, he's won a Super Bowl with like 5-6 starters down. He led us from 4-6 to the door of the NFC Championship last year. And quite frankly, you saw the game. We beat the Saints up there and lost the game.
Mm-hmm.
So I really trust Doug. It's not just my homerism there. I trust Doug. Second pick here for me would probably be let's go to the we'll start Sunday and work backwards here. Minnesota, New Orleans. I like New Orleans here. I think they're favored by about a touchdown. I feel very good about this one. I don't know how healthy Cook is, and the one thing that the Vikings struggle with is their corners, and this is not a good game to have your corners struggle. Now the safeties are going to have to have a big day for Minnesota. They're going to have to clean up a lot of mess. The one thing is, if Cook is healthy and they can pound the ball and shorten this game, I could see them covering. I don't see it happening though. And what do you like?
I like the under, and I should say I don't like a side. I like the over in this game. I just feel like the Vikings are not what everybody thinks they are and what they have been the last couple of years. Their defense has carried them, and obviously they got stuck in a rut last year, not making it, and where I thought that it had as talented a roster as anybody in the conference.
Right.
But their secondary has really been bad. Since Xavier Rhodes got paid, man, he has been really disappointing.
Right.
And this dome, man, and I know everybody, I thought you guys would hang around last year. This is a totally different animal. You guys had a way better, more stable defense. You guys as a football team were way better.
Oh, yeah.
Than this Vikings
For
team.
For sure.
And if my man Nick Foles couldn't win there in the playoff, Nick Foles couldn't win in the dome.
You think
Kirk Cousins ain't winning in the
now,
dome.
Listen, I tell you this though, I wasn't paying attention last year, obviously, and that's no joke. I never paid attention to stuff, but I bet you if you look back, we hit the under.
Absolutely.
And in all these games, it seems like in the big New Orleans games, this is unofficial. Games I remember being big between 2 NFC teams down there, especially out of conference, have gone kind of under. I don't know if that's a trend, but no. I look at like the Dallas games down there. I looked at when we played down there. Now, the first game we played them last year, it probably hit the over because they beat us like 47-7. But
yeah.
But the second game in the playoffs, in big moments, that Saints defense tightens down a little bit more. And I just feel like if I had to pick on the total, it'd be the under. But I do like the Saints. I think the moment's too big for Kirk, especially the way offensive lines played. Like I said at the beginning of this year, if the offensive line can hold up and Dalvin Cook can stay healthy, forget what you knew about Kirk Cousins. Well, we saw last week that has not held true through the entire year. And I'm worried about him down there. So, yeah, whether you like the over, like Steve, or you like the Saints like me, I don't think the Vikings is the right pick. I could be wrong. Let's get to Tennessee, New England, because that's a late game Saturday, and we're going to disagree again here.
Yeah.
I like the Titans, man. It's kind of one of those things. It's like, do I trust my eyes or do I trust history? And history would tell you that New England is going to batten down the hatches and find a way to win and probably beat them up in the snow up here. But I also see a guy who led the league in passer rating with Tannehill. I see a team that's 7-3 since he took over. I see a team with Derrick Henry who's gonna pound the ball off tackle, and New England hasn't been great there. I also see a team in Tennessee, who's like 87% in the red zone since Tannehill took over, and the Patriots are 50%. Now, this game's going to be it's going to be a dogfight, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you. I think it's going to be. And that's more points than I think you need with Tennessee. So I'll take Tennessee. I don't know if they're going to win outright, but New England's going to have to string a couple really good drives together. I don't know if they have the firepower to take advantage of the bottom third passing defense that they have there in Tennessee. A matchup I cannot wait to see is A.J. Brown on what's his name, on Gilmore up there.
Gilmore.
Oh my God, that's gonna be.
Here's unofficially. Here's who the Titans have beaten. Okay.
Yep.
2 playoff teams.
Yep.
2. Fluky win against the Chiefs, and they beat the Texans.
Yep.
Everybody's making a big deal about how hot they're playing. These are the last 4 wins are Jacksonville, Indy, the Raiders, and the Texans, who didn't play anybody. And you mentioned the red zone number. That's a perfect example. There's no way that can keep up.
No, it won't. It
won't.
In
the red zone,
It won't. But do you think the Pats are going to randomly get better? Here's my thing. They're so used to having that home field. Well, not just home field, but 2 weeks to prepare for that first round game. You're negating a big part of their strength.
Yeah, I think Belichick just won't sleep. Instead of sleeping 2 hours, he just won't sleep.
That's insane.
This is back to the Titans. And you factor in Tannehill, how he's never had success against New England. I know he was with Miami, all right? But when it comes down to it, you're giving me Belichick and Brady on the other side? That's incredible.
No doubt about it. Listen, it's like, am I trusting what I've seen
My daughter
lately?
Lily wants to say hi to you.
Lily! Hi!
Say hi.
Cool hat. I like the hat.
Sonics. Bring them back.
Yeah, we should bring them back. Does Lily like the Titans or the Patriots? Will you ask her?
Lily, Titans or Patriots? Mommy likes the Patriots, so Patriots.
So anyway, you made a good.
By the way, I'm going to go money line. I'm going to lay to 230. All right, I don't want to give any points. Yeah, I do think the points are a lot.
Yeah,
I think it feels like a field goal game.
That's why I like Tennessee. Now I picked them to win earlier this week, and it's not me trying to be right about something, but I'm not afraid to say it. Like, I played for the Patriots. I got a lot of guys on that team that I love and respect. But I'm just calling how I see it. Would you rather be the team limping in at home, who just got beat by the Dolphins at home without a week that they usually have to prep, or would you rather be? At what point do we trust our eyes with the Pats? And that's
my problem. I can't ever.
No,
trust
I know.
I think they can flip the switch.
I don't think they can this year. Now they might win this game, but they're not going to keep winning. And another thing is, you mentioned the Titans, beating. All they beat was who'd you say? Tennessee, or they beat
Chiefs and the Texans.
Yeah, what happened when the Patriots played those two teams?
I believe the Patriots won. No, Patriots lost.
How many playoff teams does the Patriots beat this year? I don't know the answer to this.
I didn't get that far in my research yet. You caught me on a Friday.
Well, they beat the Bills twice. I don't. Okay. Maybe there was another one. But certainly, that long stretch to the first, 2 months of the season, they didn't play anybody. I just like the Titans. It's going to be one thing. This game is going to be, what's the over under on beers consumed during this game? I'm setting it at 8 during the game. From
8:30 Saturday night.
I'll set the over under at 6 for you and I individually.
Okay.
I'm taking the over.
I'll take the over on me.
Okay, so how about we'll finish with the most exciting game of the weekend, Buffalo visiting the Texans on Saturday.
Why are you laughing? This is the best game of the weekend.
You think it's going to be the most competitive?
Absolutely.
Okay.
No doubt.
Remember what you said about spotting the blowouts?
I think it's in New Orleans. Okay.
Yeah, it might be in New Orleans.
Yeah, I mean that's the highest point spread. It's easy to say. I get it. I'm not going out on a limb there.
But of the close games, I think this one's got a chance to be. Houston they're volatile, so I like the Bills. Anyways, it's a tight game. You might as well take Bills and money line. You might as well. I mean, but if you're going to take the points, whatever.
I love how confident you are.
It's you know what? You know why I'm confident? I have nothing to lose picking this game. It's not like if I miss the Tennessee-New England game, I'm going to have like a million Pats Twitter people. They're like, "You idiot! You played here. You're always coming at us all hard." I'm just being fucking honest, man.
Just put the phone down.
Yeah.
And go get another beer.
Yeah, get another beer. Buffalo, Houston. Here's why I like Buffalo. Buffalo is really good at stopping people from making big plays. Like, that's been kind of McDermott's thing since he got there. Not only does McDermott have a lot of experience, 24, 26 games of playoff experience because he was with Philly, Super Bowl run. He was also with Carolina a couple years ago. I think they're playing well at the right time. I think that Houston's back end has a problem giving up big plays. I think Josh Allen throws the deep ball as much as any. I didn't say as well, but as much as anybody in the league. He's gonna hit a couple. And Brown could have a big day. I think Jerry Hughes could have a big day. Defensively, I don't trust the Texans. They're gonna make the Texans drive the length of the field. And again, red zone. Buffalo is much better than Houston in the red zone. And I like Houston or Buffalo in the spot. I don't trust Houston. I just haven't trusted them. Nothing against Deshaun.
I do, because it's Deshaun. Fuller looks like he's going to be back. They're a totally different team with Fuller.
Agree.
And I don't think Buffalo's receivers can exploit the weaknesses that you mentioned, the Texans secondary. And you didn't mention the JJ factor. He is back.
He is back. And he's going to bring a lot of energy to that stadium. No pun intended. But
oh, yeah. Good job with that. You've been holding on that one all week.
No, I just thought of it.
Okay.
Promise. So anyways,
I'm taking the Texans.
One way that Houston or Buffalo can make hay here is Singletary's been crushing it, and he's been crushing it right off tackle and outside the tackle. They run an off tackle and outside tackle as much as anybody in the NFL. Top 10 for Singletary. 50% of his runs go outside the tackle. So I think he gets on the perimeter. I think they make hay that way. It's a big Josh Allen moment.
Yeah, it is. And the other thing is, I mentioned the receivers against the Texans DBs. I worry about his accuracy in crunch time, man. I really do. I love the kid. I think he's taking the next step.
Yeah.
He's gotten himself better. He's going to be huge if he can run the ball on third downs and continue to move the chains and keep Deshaun off the field. But I'm not there yet. I love the progress that he made this year. I love the story. I think they've lost 5 straight playoff games, which in totality is like 25 years. I mean, everybody wants to see the Bills win.
Yeah.
I don't know. Deshaun's still, I love
1995. 1995 was the last playoff win.
Was history your major or minor at Virginia?
No, I majored in a bunch of things. So, anyways,
a bunch of
I just study, and that's one thing I didn't do enough in college. So I want to remind you guys, I talked about it earlier, but a really cool new game for the playoffs from BetAmerica. I am 0-4 on the $1 million challenge thing, but maybe we could just pump the brakes on the $1 million thing, lower the stakes to $10,000. It's called the NFL Playoff $10,000 Challenge, very aptly named. You correctly pick the spread, the over-under, and a prop bet for all 4 games this weekend. You can win $10,000. Easy money.
So you got to go 12-0.
Yeah, I do that all the time. I've made my picks. Okay, so I've made my picks. So you can copy mine and make some money, or you can pick your own and keep your pride. Either way, head over to BetAmerica and play their NFL Playoffs $10,000 challenge. Let's get after it. Let's make some money. Let's drink some Pilsners together this weekend and watch some playoff fucking football. Let's go. Steve, college football.
Yep.
The game's not called Clemson LSU. Let's pick them.
Yeah.
I'll let you start.
All right. Tulane is God, who are they playing?
Southern Miss, man. One of my favorite teams. I watch them all the time.
Love both head coaching staffs. Over.
I'm taking the under. I'm taking the under because isn't it Tulane that runs the ball really well?
Tulane does. Is very high in the country in rushing.
So yes. I think they're going to try to run the football, and I think the game is going to get. I think it could get out of hand. I think Tulane could cover. I think they could run it right up there. You know what? And I think they keep the game short. So I like the under.
Jack Abraham, quarterback for Southern Miss, really good. Watch out.
I don't watch Southern Miss.
Come on, dude. Brett Favre.
No, I didn't watch it back then. I don't watch him now. This is one of the games, full disclosure, if you're going to ignore me on a pick, ignore me on the whatever bowl game this is. That's why we have Stanford Steve on. Now,
All right.
Now, the game I feel better about, I like the Raging Cajuns.
You do.
Raging Cajuns giving up like 2 touchdowns to Louisiana Lafayette. No, to Miami, Ohio.
Miami, Ohio.
The Red Hawks, by the way, a little fun fact there. I major in mascots.
Look at you.
We should go head to head.
Unreal.
We should go head to head on mascots one day, see who knows more.
I'm in.
I
in.
actually bet you beat me the way you just looked up at me because you seem to know your mascot.
Definitely in.
I like the Cajuns, the Raging Cajuns, to rage all over the Red Hawks. They're going to be raging here because the game is down south. Their fans are going to travel. Also, they put up like 500 yards a game, right? And a bunch of points. Tell me why I'm wrong, because I probably am.
I just worry that their head coach might take the Mississippi State job before they play Monday.
So that's
possible.
So that's what you're hedging.
Supposedly Billy Napier is going to be the head coach at Mississippi State. So
do you think he coaches the game?
Can fend it off and let. What's that?
He coaches the game, right?
I would think so. Distractions, dude. You know the 48-hour rule. A lot of stuff can happen.
Yeah, I think
those walkthroughs could not be organized.
I think players are more. Where's this game at? Mobile or something?
Miami of Ohio is just one of those teams that's perfect. They make it ugly. They muck it up. So,
where is this game being played? Where's this bowl game being played? Cowboy Reed? Mobile, Alabama. You talk about distractions, buddy.
Lending Tree Bowl.
Listen, the Lending Tree Bowl. Everybody knows the Lending Tree Bowl. Everybody likes to get lent money from the Lending Tree.
Did you go to Senior?
Reese's
the Senior Bowl, right?
The Reese's Senior Bowl? No, I did not play in that game. I skipped it.
Why?
Because all you can do is get hurt there. No, I could have got hurt.
So you started this revolution.
I did. I also, you know what else I skipped was the Army All-American game.
Oh, they didn't have that back when I was in high school.
Yeah, I skipped that one because my dad was like, all you can do is get hurt. And then the Senior Bowl, all you can do is get hurt. I mean, like that. Hey, listen, my pops didn't.
Did he say that when you guys played in the Blue Bonnet Bowl?
The Gator Bowl.
Oh, Gator Bowl.
This is before it was the Tax Slayer Bowl, buddy. And he didn't have a choice there. And by the way, my junior year, before I got a first-round grade my junior year, and I remember sitting at the table and everybody was like, bottom of the first round, man, that's as good as you're going to get, okay? I was like, great vote of confidence from you guys.
Love you guys, too.
I'm going to stay, and it worked out. But, yeah, I like – listen, you talk about distractions, that coach may be leaving, whatever.
All right.
These kids are distracted in the streets of Mobile. That's the distraction you got to worry about. That place –
Bingo.
That place is a world-class city. So yeah, worry about that distraction. So again, to review, let's review all the picks here. I like working Saturday on in the NFL. I like Buffalo. Stanford Steve likes Houston. I like Tennessee. Stanford Steve likes New England. Money line or
yes,
money line. Okay. On Sunday, I like New Orleans, and Stanford Steve likes the over. And in the Seattle-Philly game, I like the under, and Stanford Steve likes the what?
Over and Eagles in a parlay.
Oh, God. So you changed your mind and just
I got to catch up. No, I'll go over.
Okay.
I'm gonna catch up to you.
So we are lit. I
need to sweep this weekend.
So basically what you're trying to do is just pick opposite me and fade me, which not advisable.
My analysis drove me that way.
And then in college, I like the Raging Cajuns to rage as they do. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows that they get 500 yards a game and 38 points, and it's in Mobile. They're gonna rage down the interstate right over there to Mobile.
You know what their defense has? Turnover rage.
No.
Yeah.
What do? They just start punching each other. What do? They just start beating the shit out of each other. Oh, I kind of believe
that seems to go away though, huh?
Yeah,
They're
still trying to do it other places. I've seen some pretty questionable stuff. And in that second game, that everybody knows Tulane likes to run the ball. Everybody knows Southern Miss has a good quarterback, but I'm taking the under. It's never seen. By the 58th bowl game, I get a little delirious.
One more question.
Yeah.
If you snake draft, you get first pick, the one team to make the Super Bowl.
Oh, to make the Super Bowl. Ooh, let's do this real quick. To make the Super Bowl. Whew. I'm gonna say the Ravens.
Me too.
Okay, and then who's their biggest threat?
Everybody's on this Kansas City run.
I'm on
Everybody's on Kansas City.
I might be a sucker. I'm hook, line, sinker, Kansas City. I don't think they're going to beat the Ravens.
Okay,
but if you look at it, the reason in the NFC I wouldn't take. So then who's next? You get the next team.
San Fran or New Orleans, I think.
I'm going to take New Orleans.
Okay.
Oh, wait. So you took San Fran? Or who'd you take?
No, you had first pick.
Okay, I had the Baltimore Ravens.
You had Baltimore. I would take Kansas City.
Okay. Oh, wow. Over the other guys.
I think the NFC is a total free-for-all.
It is a free-for-all.
I really do.
I'll take the Saints next, and then I guess you're taking...
Probably Niners.
Probably the Niners. Golly, and this is where it gets tough. So we just named all the guys sitting around. The Packers, they're going to go way down for me.
Yeah, me too. I'm with you.
I am going to...
I think the winner of Philly, Seattle has an outside chance to make the conference title game. I really do.
I agree.
They're going to be dangerous, man, just because the quarterback.
But you're tired of seeing them.
I'm really tired. I'm going to be even more tired of seeing them.
Okay, so you took that. Then I'll go after that since we've gotten out of that. I'm not taking New England there. I'm not taking Green Bay there. I'm going to get weird and take Seattle because if they win this game, they can beat, like you said, the Niners. They have a better chance of beating the Niners than the Eagles. And then you always have a puncher's chance with Russ.
Yeah. And then I'm going to trade all my picks to you if you would give me New Orleans.
Fuck you. I'm not giving you New Orleans. After that, it really doesn't matter, man.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to get a little trade.
All right. Well, that was Stanford Steve in half of a snake draft. That's good. It doesn't really matter after that. I will tell you, Tennessee was on BetAmerica was my long shot Super Bowl odds team. It had to be like a long shot, and I guess you would call out of all these long shot teams, Minnesota I'd say is probably a long shot team. Seattle, Philly, Tennessee, Buffalo, Houston, New England. I don't even know if you can call them that. Can you call them that anymore?
I mean, they were 20-1, and now they're like 9-1. So no, they're not.
So yeah, I think Tennessee because I'm just totally I've hitched my wagon to Tennessee.
All right,
I'm on the Tennessee train. So we'll see how it goes this weekend. Check us out next week for more games. So for this week's long shot, it's a playoff edition long shot, and it involves the Buffalo Bills on both ends of it. I have for my player prop long shot, I've got John Brown over yardage. I think he has a big day. Texans are very susceptible to big plays defensively, and I think John is going to have a really good playoff. And my long shot, not something I think is going to necessarily happen, but the highest odds, I mean, out of all the teams in the playoffs, actually, to get to the Super Bowl would be the Bills. Listen, the Bills have played damn near everybody close this year. The Eagles, ironically, beat them up. But here's their path. They drew Houston on the road, which is a game I think they win. They win that game. They play Baltimore, who's coming off an incredibly long win streak. It is conceivable, very unlikely, that they beat these guys. They played them close the first game up in Orchard Park. And you never know with a team with a bye. We talked about this with Stanford Steve. They could be rusty. They could have an off day. Baltimore's due for an off day. I think Josh Allen is due for a nice little run here. I'm not saying they're going to get there, but if you like high odds that pay out big time, look at the Bills. You never know. BetAmerica is powering the shit out of this segment, and we love BetAmerica. You can find my long shots by hitting the super odds section of BetAmerica. Those lines, all of our lines, powered by BetAmerica, sponsor this program. Head over to betamerica.com or download the BetAmerica app or download the BetAmerica app, and let's get paid. And that's what we're going to do this weekend. We're getting paid. Thanks to Steve. Thanks to everybody. We'll see you next week. And gamble responsibly.
Please.
Please. Have a great weekend, Steve.